Hey guys, this time I'm going to show you how to replace the bulb in a Viewsonic projector.
This is the Viewsonic PA503S. My family bought this almost 3 years ago and paid about $300 for it, and it's been really great. Only trouble is the bulb blew out about a week ago. This is what the blown out bulb looks like. Clearly not going to be projecting the way it's supposed to. So we ordered a new bulb on the internet. Now there was 3 options. We could have ordered the bulb alone, which is just this piece, or the bulb assembly, which includes the carrier that holds the bulb, or we could have just replaced the whole projector. Being the cheapo that I am, I said, let's try the $35 bulb and see how that goes. So, looks like a similar construction, except this one is broken and this one is ready to go. So let me show you how I opened the projector. I first thought I needed to undo a bunch of screws in the bottom, but you do not need to do that. It's way easier. There's one little screw right here on the side, and with that screw undone, this slides to the side a little, and then it's lifts up and off. There. And so this is like a little plastic film, like a dust cover that comes right up and off. And then this is the actual bulb assembly. And it's only held in place by one screw right here in the top. With that screw out, now there's this little lever clip. Lift that. Now the whole thing comes up and out. Now, when I took this part last time, the bulb was installed, and I've already vacuumed out the shattered glass and the dust and such. So let's just get to installing the new bulb into the shroud. So this foil bit comes off. The stand-up part here is to the left if you're top looking down. Alright, with those 4 screws off, the shroud is only held in place by these little teeny pins in the corner. There's a pin in each corner, right? So take that off. Now we'll get the new bulb. So there is this springy bit here that stays in the down position. This just sits right on top. And so then this shroud goes over it, and you have to get those contacts through there, right? So it should go just like that. Once that's in place, you gotta line up those pins again, those little teeny pins in the corners. Don't tighten it down all the way on your first go. You just gotta line up those other pins and the other screw holes. The nice thing about this sheet metal shroud is it got a little bit of flexibility to it, so you can move things around. Now the bulb is back in place. Put final torque on each of those screws. So now we can put this back into the assembly.
When I first took the bulb out, I had to disconnect the bulb from these 2 contacts. The whole connector comes out pretty easily. There's just a little clip on the side of the plastic socket. To install the new bulb, just slide one connector onto each of the bulb contacts, and then plug it back in as you lower the bulb assembly back into the projector body.
Having reconnected those power plugs, we can just drop this right back in. Now there's a pin on the bottom side here that matches up with a hole right there. So when dropping it in, you just need to line that up first, and then on top there's 2 holes that line up with a pin there and a pin there. Now once it's in place, you can take that little handle and just clip it down. It's pitched a little forward more than I would have expected, so you just keep that in mind. It definitely has a positive engagement right when it sticks to where it's supposed to be. Then we can just put that one screw back in. And last but not least, we need to plug the power supply back into that little connector there, just like any number of automotive connectors. Then we'll put this plastic dust shroud back in place. It's a little sticky on one side, easy peasy. Put the lid back on, and just one screw to retain that. So, then go get a power cord and see if we can get it to fire up. Alright, so here's the standard power cord. I'll just plug that into the back here. Let's see if it turns on. It had a little red light just briefly, now it's a blue light, or occasionally blinking blue light. It's, yeah, there it is. Press the power button. Hey, look at that. It's working. The new bulb was about $35, which is much cheaper than the bulb assembly, which would have cost about $100, and only a tenth as much as replacing the whole thing, which was $300. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Glad it worked. See you next time.